Between January and September of 2015, an amateur, being enthusiastically Greek, wrote 12 songs to Pirulita, a so-called radical left-wing politician. Pirulita was also a university professor in psychology, a kickboxer, and a sexy TV celebrity. An amateur considered her the only one who could save his soul. The love affair ended in September of 2015 when she posed stark naked and pregnant, but not with an amateur's child, for a lifestyle magazine. An amateur, betrayed, now finds consolation performing these same 12 songs alone or with the pros.
Μια καλή συνταγή για να ξεπεράσετε μια εξουσιάστρια που της δώσατε προσφάτως την εξουσία είναι να σκεφτείτε ότι και αυτή εν τέλει σας προορίζει να παίξετε τον ρόλο του εξουσιαζομένου αποκλειστικός.
At my moments of great despair, when I'm sure that nothing can cure the disappointment of love, I just think of certain wise words said by Marx, Groucho, not Karl.
There's no chagrin d'amour that can't be easily cured.
Just write one more tune.
As much as you're in pain, you will find it in vain
to not dance and croon.
The world will give an arm and gladly will applaud
your funny cartoon.
Although she was a fake, with her you thought you'd make
that trip round the moon.
Of course there is a trap, don't never buy that crap.
You will tell yourself,
in spite of these nice songs, she just can't get along
with you being an elf.
For certain she won't care, for certain she won't dare
to take you off the shelf.
Of course you may compose some more amusing prose, then you'll be okay. can be easily cured.
Just write one more tune.
As much as you're in pain, you will find it's in vain.
Do not dance and croon.
The world will give a nod and gladly will applaud.
Your funny cartoon.
Although she was a fake, with her you thought you'd make
That trip round the moon.
Of course there is a trap, don't never buy that crap.
You will tell yourself,
In spite of this nice song, she just can't get along.
with you being an elf.
For certain she won't dare, for certain she won't care.
To take you off the shelf.
Of course you may compose some more amusing prose, then you'll be okay.
Monico, Kabasile, Priamos Morakis, Pericles Privoli. Ανάποδα τους είπα, συγγνώμη.
Το τραγούδι αυτό είναι ένα ξέσπασμα απέναντι στην εξουσιάστρια που είχε υποσχεθεί ότι θα σας απαλλάξει από την ερωτική και κάθε άλλου είδους λιτότητά σας. Και εσείς το είχατε πιστέψει. Και ο τίτλος είναι...
There's a certain girl who calls me Zorba. She's notoriously spoiled, but I'm crazy about her. Though she sees some talent in my doings, I'm still under the regime of austerity. When she writes, it's you who I miss, I may guess whose phone call she'll dismiss. I'll remain a kissless virgin named Zorba, named Zorba. I may be irresistibly sweet, but I'll be waiting all night in the street. I'll remain a kissless virgin named Zorba, named Zorba. When I say, my dear, I love you, don't be so complex. When will I have a baby with you? Or can you imagine if we finally had sex? Then she'll say, you're one funny lad. She will leave me, gonna find her dad. I'll remain a kissless virgin named Zorba, named Zorba. Yeah, man. writes, it's you who I miss. I may guess whose phone calls she'll dismiss. I'll remain a kissless virgin named Zorba, named Zorba. I may be irresistibly sweet, but I'll be waiting all night in the street. I'll remain a kissless virgin named Zorba, named Zorba. When I say, my dear, I love you, let me kiss you, don't be so complex. Will I have a baby with you? Or can you imagine if we finally had sex? Then she'll say, you're one funny lad. She will leave me, gonna find her dad. I'll remain a kissless virgin named Zorba, named Zorba, named Zorba.
Το τραγούδι αυτό είναι μια συμβουλή που πολύ σας παρακαλούμε να μην την πάρετε από την σεξιστική της πλευρά. Τυχαίνει απλώς στην παρούσα ιστορία ο εξουσιαζόμενος, εγώ, να έχω mainstream σεξουαλικές προτιμήσεις.
Trust better a woman who says she will never have sex with you than one who assures this will certainly happen one day, but not today, 'cause she must speak at a critical meeting in favor of poor people's rights.
Never trust a female politician when it comes to promises of love.
The more she's idealistic, the more she'll be sadistic.
And this is what you must be certain of. You'll be cheated, yes, by this magician. You'll be charmed by all her wicked tricks.
But if she's so artistic, then you'll be masochistic.
Do not go on and find some normal chicks. But you're not in your youth, so you must know the truth. Since you met her, there's no return. If these others are straight, soon the terms they'll dictate.
So for just being with her, you'll yearn.
You may end up being a musician, writing tunes about her night and day.
But though you'll be artistic, she won't be less sadistic.
She'll keep encouraging this fruitless play. mercies of love.
But,
And this is what you must be certain of.
yeah, exactly. You'll be cheated, yes, by this magician.
You'll be charmed by all her wicked, wicked tricks.
But if she's so artistic, then you'll be masochistic.
Do not go on and find some normal chicks.
But you're not in your youth, so you must know the truth.
Since you met her, there's no return. If these others are straight, soon the terms will dictate.
So for just being with her, you'll yearn.
You may end up being a musician, writing tunes about her night and day.
But though you'll be artistic, she won't be less sadistic.
She'll keep encouraging this fruitless play.
Στις στιγμές εκείνες που θα σας πιάνει να λέτε «Δεν μπορεί, κάποτε θα αλλάξει χαρακτήρα η εξουσιάστριά μου, θα με αγαπήσει» κτλ. Το τραγουδάκι αυτό θα σας προσγειώνει στην πραγματικότητα.
It will be great, though we'll be 60 years late. Till you decide I'm your mate, it will be great, ever so great. It will be grand. Yes, you'll be hardly in demand, but I will obey your command. It will be grand to kiss those fine wrinkled lips. This is a dream to keep me alive. You slap my fine flappy hips to swallow a certain pill. I'll strive, then I will thrive. It will be swell. Yes, my life will stop being a hell, and then I can wait for that bell without a yell. I'll say farewell, see you, my belle, and thank you for it. Was so swell. must have been a hell. Yeah, then I can wait for that bell. Without a yell, I'll say farewell. See you, my belle. Thank you for it. Was so swell.
Monique Cabasele, Priamos Moraki, Pericles Triboli.
Τι ωραίο όταν καταλαβαίνετε πότε σας αγαπούν πραγματικά και πότε αγαπούν την εξουσία που ασκούν πάνω σας.
It is only when she's away that she shows some affection. Or the longer the distance, the greater our psychic connection. Imagine how horrible and fatal is my despair, receiving love letters from the city of the Lumière. N'aime des paquets, tu m'aimes, pas une belle blague, mon amour. Ne m'écris pas de poème, vite, vite, venez à mon secours. It's Paris, it's Paris, it's Paris, the charm, that's all. Ne me pose pas ce dilemme. Paris with its philosophe, Paris with its nice Bastille, Paris with its guillotine, Paris with its nice garçon. Ne me pose pas ce dilemme, moi milliardaire pour un jour. Ne m'écris pas ces problèmes, je ne pourrai plus faire la cour. It's Paris, it's Paris, it's Paris, the charm, that's all. Ne me dis pas que tu m'aimes, pas une belle blague, mon amour. Ne m'écris pas de poème, vite, vite, venez à mon secours. It's Paris, it's Paris, it's Paris, the charm, that's all. Ça c'est sûrement un blasphème, ne me dis pas pour toujours. Moi c'est toujours les deuxièmes. Ne promets pas ça, c'est lourd. It's Paris, it's Paris, it's Paris that charms me, that's all. Paris with its philosophe, Paris with its nice Bastille, Paris with its guillotine, Paris with its nice garçon. Ne me pose pas ces dilemmes, moi milliardaire pour un jour. Ne m'écris pas ces problèmes, je ne pourrais plus faire la cour. It's Paris, it's Paris, it's Paris that charms me, that's all.
Το ατυχέστερον πράγμα στον κόσμο είναι να λες καμιά εξουσιάστρια τελικά δεν μου κάνει διότι θα με διαφθείρει. Αλλά να έχεις και την φαντασία για να καταλάβεις τι ειδονές χάνεις με αυτόν τον τρόπο.
I just did a tremendous favor to that girl, that sexy activist. She said to me, ask me anything you want. So I asked for a kiss. She said yes, but on friendly terms. At last, after all these years, I am starting to grasp the message.
Let me give you that kiss on friendly terms.
Let our tongues intertwine on friendly terms.
Why shouldn't this reinforce the special amity?
Finally, to me, it's quite clear that gods have some pity.
Let me touch some sweet lips on friendly terms.
Let me lick those sweet lips on friendly terms.
Though such a guilty pleasure will lead to something more
That will be done on friendly terms.
Let me give you that kiss on friendly terms.
Let our tongues intertwine on friendly
terms. Why shouldn't this reinforce the special amity?
Finally, to me, it's quite clear that gods have some pity.
Oh, sweet lips
on friendly terms. Lick those sweet lips on friendly terms. Though such a guilty pleasure will lead to something more that will be done on friendly terms.
Για να δούμε τον τίτλο του επομένου τραγουδιού. Να πως απολογείται η εξουσιάστρια όταν της παραπονείσαι ότι δεν ακολουθεί τη δική σου λιτότητα ή ότι δεν είναι τόσο αδιάφθορη όσο εσύ.
I guess you have been wondering for an artist why it's so unfair. He keeps on being excluded from his muse's list of love affairs. Since my muse just explained this, her exact phrases with you I'll share. Beware fucking around and not with you. This is my one thing to do. Being so much in love with you. It's true, striving indeed to keep the flame. This is my number one aim. Needing your truly inspiring game. Seeing me kissing other folks, you'll think I'm not very kind. Start to perceive this beastly hoax. You are always on my mind. Fucking around and not with me. Your way to be free, then you'll unite at last with me. around and not with you. This is my one thing to do. Being so much in love with you, it's true. Striving indeed to keep the flame. This is my number one aim. Needing your truly inspiring game. Seeing me kissing other folks, you'll think I'm not very kind. Start to perceive this beastly hoax. You are always on my mind. Fucking around and not with me. This is your way to be free. Then you'll unite at last with me.
Τι ωραία η στιγμή που αποκαλύπτεις στην εξουσιάστριά σου ότι κάθε άλλο παρά δαΐς είσαι.
Be your new toy. At least I will try. Wouldn't want to spoil your one joy. Well, go figure why. And if at some point I'm tired, don't be blue. Your wit is what I admire. So come through. Always be my idol. Just keep that in mind. Don't you dare to be suicidal. Oh, won't you be kind? And if at some point I'm bored, remember hope is my only sword. And yet you will come through. I will never be your arm knight. I'll just be a new toy. You will never be my princess. You just be an idol. At times we did believe you and I could be something more. Yet we will come through. Never be your arm knight, I'll just be a new toy. You will never be my princess, you just be an idol. At times we did believe you and I could be something more, yet we will come through. Yes, we will come through.
Monique Cavasello-Jones from Apollo.
Από την στιγμή βεβαίως που αρνείται κάποιος να συνευρεθεί με την εξουσιάστρια, θα τον βασανίσει λιγάκι το γεγονός ότι δεν θα αφήσει μαζί της απογόνους.
Horrible nightmare. Συγγνώμη. A horrible nightmare I saw last night. You were naked and quite pregnant in some lifestyle magazine. The father of your child embraced you from behind, and he just wasn't me. Relieve this Sisyphus of his torment, of trying to write the proper notes, of trying to find the proper lyrics, of seeing you kissing that pop star guy. Relieve this Sisyphus of his torment, of trying to make a proper raft, of trying to find a proper islet, of seeing you groping that jet ski guy. I'll never achieve becoming a father. So nice you considered me as a choice. My tempo is always in retardo. My manners are clearly obsolete. Relieve this Sisyphus of his torment, of trying to find the proper tree, of trying to find the proper window, of seeing you in bed with that next door guy. Sisyphus of his torment, of trying to find the proper place, of trying to find the proper timing, of ending up singing a song like this.
Μπορεί κάποιες φορές να σας κάνει η εξουσιάστρια να πιστέψετε ότι σκέφτεστε κατά τρόπον μισανθρωπικών. Μην το πιστέψετε, εκείνη είναι η μισάνθρωπος.
Always talk about politics with a girl who you don't want to be your girlfriend anymore. Never talk about politics with a girl who you would like to be your girlfriend someday, unless you can speak in some foreign language. O Pinheiro torto que bloqueava a entrada na praia não bloqueava a entrada totalmente. O visitante só tinha de baixar a cabeça e agarrar-se a um ramo do pinheiro pra depois passar. Que grande incômodo baixar a sua cabeça, tão perigoso pois a rocha está escorregadia. Que difícil agarrar-se a um ramo do pinheiro. É aquela outra entrada onde não há pinheiro, se a descida não é abrupta, não está a 8 metros de distância. Não te assustes, meu amor, mas desejo com toda a minha alma cortar o pescoço ao que corta pinheiro torto para facilitar a entrada numa praia de rochas. Αυτό ήτανε.
Αυτή δεν είναι πλέον η απολογία της εξουσιάστριας. Είναι η επίθεση της απέναντί σου που όχι μόνο δεν έκανες το παν, αλλά ειρνήθης κιόλας να συνευρεθείς μαζί της.
They say that the mothers...
Εδώ έχουμε τον μπαμπά μου. Δεν ήρθε σήμερα ο μπαμπάς μου όμως, ήρθε μόνο η μαμά μου. Αλλά αναφέρεται και η μαμά μου στο τραγούδι. Αναφέρεται και η μαμά μου.
They say that the mother's biggest rival is the girl with whom her son is platonically in love. So imagine my poor mom's expression when I told her what Pirulita told me the night I introduced Pirulita to her and Dad. I'm in love with your dad. He'd hold the flag with me as you would never do, you teen bourgeois. I'm in love with your dad. He'd fight the cops with me as you would never do, you teen bourgeois. Petit bourgeois, why don't you desire to escape? Petit bourgeois, how do you accept this fate? Funny as it may seem, I still love you very much, but oh, you're just a lost cause. I'm in love with your dad. He'd go to jail with me, as you would never do, you teen bourgeois. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
Το νανούρισμα αυτό είναι στην πραγματικότητα αφιερωμένο στον απόγονο που θα είχατε αν ποτέ είχατε συνευρεθεί με την εξουσιάστρια.
na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Έχουμε ένα encore, το οποίο είναι hors série και γράφτηκε το 2002 για την ίδια εξουσιάστρια, στην οποία γράφτηκαν όλα και τα άλλα. Λέγεται I love my pirulita, but she doesn't love me. Και θα έχουμε την βοήθεια των θαυμασίων Pericles Tribolis, Priamos Morakis, George Thamopoulos. Μα πού είναι οι άλλοι?
Περιμένει να το βρεις για να σηκωθεί.
George Thamopoulos, ναι, αλλά και ο Βασίλειος Παναγιωτόπουλος, a.k.a. Λουκρετία Ντιμαντσόνε. Όχι, Ντιμανκιόνε. Μανκιόνε, αφού έχεις βάλει το age. Όχι Μαντσιόνε, είναι Μανκιόνε, έχεις βάλει το age.
I love my Pirulita. She's the girl that I adore. I love my Pirulita. She's the one I'm crazy for. I'm happy again, and how I yearn to see my Pirulita 24 hours per day. But she doesn't need me, she doesn't care. I'm as she can, I'm alone as it can be.
I'm all alone,
yeah.
And I'm feeling blue.
Please tell me, what can I do? I love my Pirulita. But she doesn't love me. Yeah, man. George the Marmalade. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, yeah. 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 Priamos Marrakech. Ah.
George Tiana Montrose.
Monica Baselé, Vasilis Panagotopoulos. I'm happy again, and how I yearn to see my Pirulita. 24 hours per day, but she doesn't need me, she doesn't care. She's as bad as she can be. I'm all alone and I'm feeling blue. Please tell me, what can I do? I love my Pirulita, but she doesn't love me.